Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks again for joining us. It is Jason on Crypto Byte. As promised, we've got a ton of videos coming out for you. 2, 4, 6. Look at that. 6 at the top, 6 at the bottom. We are 12 videos in and just 2 days. So 12 videos, 2 days. We're up to 60 subscribers, not too bad. So thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button down below and also the little bell icon. I'm sure you are getting more aware of that these days. It's just to hear the videos come through. So again, thank you to everyone. Let's jump into today's video, and I want to go back to Litecoin, which I touched on in my video just a day ago. I think it just came out, there you go, 22 hours ago, so just nearly 1 day ago. Should you buy Litecoin? Massive gains ahead. That's the title there. I was talking about the market cap and what could happen with Litecoin. At the time, Litecoin was sitting at, I think it was about 11 billion on the market cap, and basically I'm looking at that potentially, whether it's 12 months, 2 years from now, I don't know the time frame, but I'm looking at that possibly being a 40x Litecoin. We're at 12 billion now, so it was around, I think it was around $160, so we could see it was sitting at around 8.5 billion. I think that's where we were. Yeah, there we go. Litecoin was sitting at around 8.5 billion. We were around $160 per coin at the time, and I was watching it on the Bitcoin chart with you, so that's what I'll jump over to now. The Bitcoin chart, we were just around this point here, 1,800,000 Satoshis, about that level, and I was expecting it to push through these highs. So that green line is my double, triple, quadruple top line there. We can see all the way back, I think that was around sort of May time, May, April. Yeah, about May, we had one top, then we had a second top in July. We're looking at this third top that happened in December. It was just short of the other two tops, but the fall from that top didn't happen. Well, it wasn't very strong. Like it didn't crash overly heavily. Oh, there was too many overly heavilies there. So that's where I was looking at it to set up again for the push forward, and that's exactly what we saw. So now we've broken through those highs. That's the highest Satoshi value we have seen in a very long time. I'm going to throw this onto a weekly chart just to get all of the data into the screen in one hit. It's going to look a little bit skewed at the moment. So we hadn't seen anything above this high since the July 2015 when it just soared. I wasn't around at that time looking at Litecoin, so I don't know what the sentiment was in the market at that point, but I do remember that there was that was around the time of the major, or wouldn't say all-time low, but it's the very big major low in Bitcoin. So let's move across to current action. We'll throw it onto a 3-day chart because that's what you can do in Coinigy. You can do it in TradingView as well if you guys are using that software. Longer time frames clear up uncertain trends, but we can see that this is a very certain uptrend. You got a low, high, higher low, so that's a low there, but it's higher than the previous, and now we've got a higher high than the previous, so that is a clear uptrend. I can throw a couple of lines in there just to make that a bit clearer. Boom, up, and we just grab another just regular trend line, connect the lows, and you can see that we're heading in a nice uptrend. So that's where we're sitting now. In the previous video, which you guys can watch on the channel, I did talk about this pushing through, so it needed to come through in some sort of momentum, some sort of force strength, and we saw that. I don't know if that's enough to say that we have cleared those levels, only because we have come back to test those highs. Testing the highs is not an issue, but we don't want to see it close beneath those highs for too long. So as in, we're using the old highs, which were resistance, hopefully using them as support. But as you can see here, the last couple of yesterday, so the day that just closed, that close was 2,208,000, which puts it just above these highs, which is a really good sign. Both of those highs there were at 2,200,000. So that's fine to see. It's a bit of profit taking. That was a very big push up in a short amount of time. The volume is higher than the low. It's just a bit short of this other low volume. So that's why I'm not sure whether this will hold. It may just be a false break to the upside, possibly because of news like the Litecoin hard fork, which is coming up. You can check out Charlie Lee's Twitter. He talks about that on Twitter. Anything that's coming as a split, like a fork, in Litecoin. He calls it a scam. It's just a money grab exercise from people. He said there's no problem with anyone in the community, any of his devs, that they all work together on Litecoin. So he's just seeing it as a money grab. They've had to update something in their code, in their development, and someone's just taking that as a chance to fork Litecoin and again go for the money grab. So that might be, we don't know, because we're not really going to go and interview everyone that's buying Litecoin as to why they're doing it, but that could possibly be one of the reasons why we're seeing this push very quickly. This news has been around for a little bit now. I'm not exactly sure, maybe a few days or a few weeks, possibly even longer, but it's not until the news comes out to the masses that you get these quick pushes up like that, these quick bursts of energy in the market to try and take advantage of some news that they just heard, and that's why you'll see it start to dip after that. So that's what I'm looking for there on Litecoin. I still think it has very good strength overall. I'm buying into this one dollar cost averaging day by day. I've started at about 120 bucks on this last dip, so this is for a previous just like a different account that I'm working on. I've got some other strategies to work on with investing and putting together just other positions for longer term holds, getting my numbers together, which I'll talk about in future videos. So yeah, if you like the sounds of that, obviously let me know down below. What do you guys do for your positions? I hope you're not just buying and hoping. That's a very quick way to lose a ton of money. In crypto, yeah, sure, you could buy some things and just hope for the best, but I think it's always important to do your research, really have a very solid understanding to the best of your ability on what you're purchasing, so that when the market turns south, when things start to turn to the shit, overall on all of the crypto market, you understand that this is just FUD and that you can hold your coin knowing that there is a lot of good news coming out later on. You understand the technicals of it as well, your technical analysis of the chart. That's Litecoin. Nice little update there. Let me know what you guys think, what your plans are with Litecoin, any news you've got on that. So I'll leave the video with a question of the day. Do you like the strength of Litecoin at this point? Yes or no? Let us know down in the comments. And obviously feel free to add anything else there. So thanks again for joining. It has been a pleasure. Jason Pizzino on the Crypto Byte channel, signing off until the next video.